Perhaps now, good evening. The program we watch now, UDUOTA, the issue from Independent Television Nigeria, every Monday and every Friday, where we come here, it's got different issues. We see the happen for this country. Just to tell you some of the trendy things they go on. So we see for South Africa, flood don't kill most about 433 people here. We say flood don't cause. So the question that we see, what about home for here? How prepared are we for flood? Many other issues don't happen. Different people still declare their presidential ambition. I think as of today, the Minister of Labour, Senator Chris Ngigitu, he does come and say he won't be president of this country. So many things happen away from the Easter celebration. So many other things we see they happen. But today, we'll just take a little bit further. We'll look at the image of Nigeria abroad and some other things when we see they happen, particularly the one we get to do with our youth and even abusive relationship. My name is Mark Pamela. Welcome aboard once more. From my far left, one of our very old friends, we see he ran for months, he don't come join us this evening. Solomon Okodu, another former SSC to the governor of Edo State, and today, in a one person, we see the poor for this county. So, Solomon, good evening.
My people for us now, good evening. My brother, good evening. Thank you.
HIOB, of course, when you see him, you're going to see in himself in a mobile book. Maybe because any part of when you open a book you want. In fact, we will encourage parents maybe see that they make their children to be like this kind of person because, yes, it is ability to read well. Not just to read, if you ask us, me, discuss economy, it will carry and come. We will discuss social, it will carry and come. We will discuss this, it will carry and come. We will discuss anything at all. H.R. will open up. The book has to open up. It will just have to, read. H.R. good evening.
I greet you, my brother. My people who has, I greet you now.
How you think you read book like that?
Well, it's fun. People derive fun in many things. Part of the one where they give me fun to look what people don't put down.
For book?
Instead of to the watch video or watch football, I know they do football.
Okay.
So I divert the attention to something else. So
my brother, I work in a basin. Now, I'm a businessman and an expert for different analysis. We get the world market and business development. In one young man from Edo State, when we look at issue of politics and every other thing. Indeed, with us evening. Good evening.
My people, now well done. Good evening, my brother.
Aisha,
yes.
Now you did more Edale for this place. I will start with you. For some time now, this issue of now one Messiah, he bring one kind of campaign like that, can enter so many other people. This issue of abusive relationship. Take away from this more.
Well, okay. And people who has, I greet you now. Make I take them from standpoint of what you will call overview. We'll just look at first, a holistic approach. When people say abusive relationship, it means that kind life where two or more people go there, one will be happy, the other one will be happy. It's plenty for our nation today because social media come out. Now, what did the WHO talk about this matter? They say, it say any act will cause harm or it be like say one cause harm to the other person, now abuse. Any activity, anything we me do will cause my friend or my wife or my girl or my boy, may they not happy, now abuse. So abuse is plenty for life. And if books go they look at, they go they look at from economic, they go look at from social, they go look at from psychological, and then they also look at from sexual. So there are these four areas where person say they abuse person. But the commonest, when everybody just talk about now, physical abuse. That one now just about 30% of, reach, according to studies, reach 30% of what is really they happen. Physical. Where that is, a man whether use blow or woman go use blow or go use stick or go use knife, take injure, take hand, take dislocate the other person. Now physical abuse, now be that. But now one are 30% of the abuse. Plenty day where people know they talk about. One, there is what people call verbal abuse. There is emotional abuse. There is psychological abuse. Briefly, I will just talk. I don't talk about physical just now. Physical, they say, now me get power pass, I get Moses. I will take and oppress the person we not to get. Especially in this matter now, we talk of relationship, man versus woman. Either as boyfriend, or as husband, or as old husband, or as father to daughter, or as father to auntie, as the case may be. Physical, will use power to oppress the other one. Then verbal, you go see say sometimes people know they consider this as a form of abuse. As me will just talk now, somebody will just say, shut up there. They know to shut up because me if he say, if I not do what he say make I do, other things may happen, I go rest. Now abuse be that. Women, now they abuse men more in verbal abuse. Man and man will they talk, now you will see woman will say, hey, always swing. That is, it don't start. Just like that. That short comment, now abuse to the man. The man will look back, my wife, now I talk that kind of thing. Waiting be, it don't start. Waiting be, it don't start. Don't start what? It don't start either in madness or it don't drink or it's something. Verbal abuse. You know, they say women now then get mouth pass. Then you have psychological abuse. Man will come inside house, in own house, for example, parlor. As he come, the wife will go room, the children go room, they live in, only in go to watch television. Now from there, sleep will catch them. But from there, the children will come ask her, Daddy, mommy say, make I ask you, say, whether you go eat. That man is being traumatized in his house. That one is psychological abuse. Then you have economic abuse. Sometimes, you know, say women, they know they too get economic energy, power to do what they will for like do. For example, to buy things, to cook, to buy clothes, and all of that. Man will not say, in wife not too empowered. He don't get means where they get really good money. But he not will give the woman the money. He go leave him, what he go call to become beggarly. Now if they even push woman, sometimes you will go out, you go to meet person who not supposed to meet. Say, see this one, see the one when I come there. You say, if you never see change your hair, who be me? If you not rub powder at all, who be me? etc. Then at that you will come to say, people will come to get interest, say, make them take hair. Economic abuse, might be that. And of course, finally, sexual abuse. Woman will say, I know today, I go market, I don't tire, I never eat this morning, I never bath, I never. You will come ask the man, say, I beg, go sit down. Not be from outside do they come, etc. The man will say, this kind matter, not be like that too. He will say, go tell your people for house. And you know, say, man, their pride. For that kind of area, man, no, they talk too much. Each time they go talk to people, he go help himself. And now then the woman will come say, hey, my husband, he don't cheat. My husband don't cheat. He don't forget, say, many forms of cheating, now he did. One, you will see form of cheating where the people know they write for book. Man now, he go buy food for canteen, they eat. Now the woman, they cheat the man so. No, the woman see cheating as man don't meet woman, sleep. He says, cheating on me. If he go out, they just go report. What happen? He cheat on me, he go see the other woman. See the other woman. The man they see the other woman in many other parts. The woman know the note. The man will go buy food from the woman. The man will find who will wash clothes, now one woman. The man will find who want to clean house, now woman. The man will find who will talk to, even on phone, now another woman. The woman know they see all those ones as form of cheating. So all of this constitute what you're going to call abuse.
Okay, now. You see the foundation when HRLA today, or maybe we just take one aspect of it. Relationships recently, mostly for Nigeria, yeah. I know see the other countries, we just suffer so many abuses. Not just abuses, it even they lead to death. So the question some people could ask, say, the Tina Conde, unfortunately our brother Pastor Frank, not Conde, because now go for leaders of the church aspect. Now, people are now saying, rather than you stay for abusive marriage, make you come out. Because of what happened to one woman recently with the gospel singer.
Well, first and foremost, it's good for us to say no to abuse in any form, whether for marriage or workplace, because the abuse gets a wide spectrum. Sometimes the workplace gets in abuse, house gets in on environment. Even we are citizens from Nigeria, the country, they abuse us, sometimes. But at the end of the day, I think the one that is so pressing, and when you see the one that leads to violence, where you don't beat somebody and if it leads to sudden death, or you affect somebody mentally, as my elder expatiated on them. So for me, the one I feel say they're very sensitive, where we will try to discourage for society. Now the one that lead to physical violence. And there's something most people don't know. Like in Lagos recently, they say the percentage, the statistic of abuses case don't increase by over 80%. But they're saying a good thing.
Of which to who now? Man to
both
woman,
domestic, both man,
domestic,
partners, yes. They're saying a good thing.
Into that
they're saying a good thing, say the percentage of the reports increase.
Why?
Why they're saying a good thing? Because if you look somewhere where they want to report, it's not like abuse is not there, but people never get that courage and awareness to know, say, this thing, they're very bad, make we address and make we report them. So they bear them, and they lead to so many things. But a society where you see the statistics, they go up, it means that the awareness level, they go up as well. So people know they take them again, that they come out, come report. So what is going on now with us for society, the awareness is increasing. Or like it has always been there. In short, another statistics say more than 90% of persons don't be involved in one form of abuse or the other. And if you start to look yourself, one way or the other, you get how you don't involve in one abuse. Just that they get the abuse where they be very toxic in relationship, then they get the one where they married. The concern on that toxic one. The painful part is when you abuse a partner, either the man or the woman, if you beat your wife in the presence of your children, most people don't know, say, now the children will suffer the most. Because at that early stage, you don't create mental pictures for them. And most abusers, they are products of abuse too. Because abusers, yes, they are products of abuse. Because some of them, they were abused when they're small. So they feel say that is the only way to respond. I've seen somebody once where I live, the neighbor, where he say if the boyfriend where they date beats him, now they say the boy really love him. So because he noticed when they grow up those days, the father they beats the mom, and after they go come hold and stroll out. So your understanding of love, we say you need to beat somebody to show say waiting the person do pain you and you love him. So that abuse, you don't affect that person mentally, and it's a very wrong thing. But he say I'm saying a normal thing. Some people they call it trauma bonding. So when your abuser has done to beat you, you don't experience abuse, you can't say I'm like, yes, this thing is something that needs to be done to me, and it's bad. But you see, the way society they go, if you look society very well, abuse is now, it do almost every aspect of society. In the workplace, which me I'm very open to, you will see young ladies where they look for job and they abuse them, all because they want to give them job. And that one is one thing that really brings down a woman when they get approaches like to abuse her because she need something. And I feel the people where they suffer the most for abuse, now the female folks, they suffer the most. And our society never really provide platforms where adequately they help them to overcome some of these challenges. Because there's a case recently here in Benin, the man they use, there be about 3 of them where a police friend they tell me. He said one they use this mopping stick to beat the wife. The other one use baby walker to beat the wife. Then one they will carry pants slippers to slap the woman. And this woman, when these things will happen, you will tell you, I don't fit tell my people. When this kind of thing happen to all these women, I don't fit tell my people. And if I leave this house now, waiting they will talk. You know those kind of things. Not being fought. It's something they will not get money that period of something. They give you excuses for the men when they do all these things. So the thing is so bad to the extent that some of them will even want to protect the person where they abuse them. So you need to create platforms where we give. First thing is people need to come out, acknowledge what abuse really is all about. Just like input and the mental type they get waiting now when they do to person, it will lead to stress. It will lead to different types of illnesses. So if you now start to address knowing the types of forms so people say they abuse you get that understanding, say this is not abuse, then you find a way to address them because it can be addressed. You can either cry out to your family, and this is where family really come in. And that is why I like our traditional way of doing things. Sometimes when you want to marry, it involves both families completely. So if you do anything, everybody they involved. Your brothers will say, now this man will be, and they will want them. But the way they do it in modern way, 2 or 3 people features, we know they go home, make we just do it quietly here and all that. So some of the things where they follow, this family, we know they accept this, you can't do this to our daughter and all of that. It's no longer there again. So people just, they come, they abuse people fully without any form of restriction or measures to really check on them. So that is what I can say for now.
So, Lilo, recently, this country lost one of our very popular gospel artists. The circumstances will lead to her death. Now, this domestic violence, this abuse. And just like a talk, what would the hear say, and I will tell people, and not make her husband know, and not make anybody know, he could change, he could do this one, he could do that one. To the extent that the children can even say, talk for what we for people say their papa, they tell them, say, beating a woman is good. So, how long will we continue like this?
That one a very, very negative impression that the father they create for the life of those children is setting a very bad precedence for those children to see and a bad foundation for them to build on. And I thank God that when I listened to that report, the sister said, quickly bought in and said, no, beating a woman is a very wrong, your father must be doing it, but it's a very, very wrong character from that man. So that is why the police is holding him. So the guy now said, okay. So in other words, the guy has seen that beating a woman is bad now because the father has been at this, they don't catch the man. The man they don't carry the man, go one side and they investigate him. Now, like our brother said just now, the circumstances surrounding domestic violence, it don't enumerate so many factors. The psychological factor, the economic factor, and all of that. So, but my contribution on this domestic violence, now, at least one of the things is awareness. If there is no awareness, if people are not well informed of the implication of this domestic violence, it will keep reoccurring. And the earlier we put preventive measure now, the better for us, because it will, if we start saying, okay, now let us be curing, let us maybe cure them, we now go headway.
What would be some of those preventive measures?
Yes, I come there.
Okay.
The preventive measure, the curative measure, that curative measure, that you will be like saying, now listen, you want cut tree now, you want just you cut them from the branch. The tree will grow again.
That's preventive.
Yes, but if you pull them from the roots, yes, to don't grow. So one of the area when I feel say we will need this problem in the board as it just is coming up now. At least if I could just see one now, when it's in a way and go viral now, there are so many others that are nobody's talking about. In every cases like this, you see several other across the 6 geopolitical zone that is happening on a daily basis that nobody's reporting. Now, that is a major area of social media influences. Social media has a way to ignite awareness in the heart of our people on this curative measure. Who they beat, they're not saying make it not cry. The family day, when we tell say, okay, how you day? You're not be so you be yesterday. Mothers don't they come ask you and say, how na day? Now how to take give me money? Give us money. You want buy new clothes, or want do joint meeting. Now parents they talk about now. The well-being of the family, the daughter went there for husband house, they don't need to ask them. Send money come to give us this one. So if during those days when we say our fathers, that is from time to time you see say that they go what they call a meeting and there's a call for family meeting number one. For some family meeting, they'll come do what is called storytelling. They want to see the kind of the true wife when the man marry. From there they know, if you not really talk well, person will do that say, my sister, how it be? Be like say they talk, what happen? There's somebody who carry and go one side, you go talk everything when they happen. Because not they conceive everything for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you say all is well. Whereas all is not well. Like this woman now, she had that kind of issue. The mother knows say that kind of thing happen. But maybe because of the proceed of what she get, come they close the mama mouth. It don't feel prevail on the man to stop those attitudes. If otherwise, the woman for cry out say, they want kill the pikin, maybe they don't kill them for your hand, I did that for that one for solve the problem. The girl for not dying now. You understand? And also the friends and associates of that our sister, they don't see help matters. Because the girl confide, say, yeah, this thing they happen for my house. But I not tell my pastor, because if you tell pastor now, maybe probably the first make it the lead choir again, or make it the sing for church again, or say you want to manage your house. Now you want to lead church. That stigma will be there. And that stigma neither get no one get them because they prevent that they tell them say I better not let papa know, not let pastor know. You understand? So but those people from free tell that pastor, madam, I beg, call this man to order. Not be so Bible talker. You cannot be in church and be beating your wife and you call yourself a pastor. So it also goes around to every other pastor where they place this and when don't know what actually they go on for individual families. When we say, okay, you want to manage your house, now you want to come manage church, but you don't know what that one go through before you say, okay, you go away, make I go my way first. Separated, don't be say the divorce. Go your way, make you get peace, make I go and make I get peace. Now, I think that would have been enough reason for that woman to be alive. But fortunately, today she's not there alive now, but it's giving us an opportunity to talk about this thing so that no more that kind of deaths nobody will call again our society.
Aisha,
Yes.
you know, say when I first talk, and I say, now you get more experience for this matter. Two things I want to make you quickly talk. We cannot say, you be lecturer, but we just quickly put out for two things. Number one, you get what they call dating. When our children are dating, is there no possibility to say, we go fit know whether this man he will do violent later, so that either will quick check him or what you want to, because whether we like it or not, you know how my daughter no go carry a boyfriend go house, any hurry about the father go only they do like this, but go always see him with the carry man they call house. That number one. Then two, you make one point. Everything around most marriages where they just get it domestic violence, it's always a day in secrecy. Like but now, that affair for Lagos, it talk in own experience. If I really talk about that one now, we don't come up for here because of how it is do man, from how it is all the money they pay, now they collect them, now they give them money for transport, now they see money pay for hotel, with all this way to get it. Why is it that our children they like to cover up for their husband, even when
The thing they pain them.
the thing they pay them?
Okay, now two parts now your question be. First, you say whether it not be possible for them to know whether the man will be violent. It is possible. But again, in our climate, for African culture, for us, we not encourage children dating. That is the truth of life. You don't.
The truth of Africa, not the truth of life.
No, it's the truth of life.
If you say the truth of life, then you don't forget about it.
Forget about it.
I don't go forget. I don't go forget. You then say if you want to say truth of Africa, don't say truth of life. No, but you don't go say truth of life. Because you say truth of life, then say that.
I never define dating. You see, it go too wide. One, what is dating? Dating is a simple relationship between a male and a female in order to know each other better. Simple relationship underline. But here in our clan, it goes beyond that simple relationship. It becomes amorous. It becomes sexual relationship. And no responsible man will allow such under his roof.
So are you saying that when our children are dating, we parents don't see them, or we pretend not to see?
No, wait.
No, you dey define thing, what I want you talk about now, be say, as it be, because you want try to preach moral, not be moral.
Don't be preaching.
Are you saying that we parents don't decide children to date?
Listen, apart from even we parents seeing,
yes,
the children themselves know what is happening to them. Now listen, I wrote a piece, maybe I can remember 1 or 2 lines there. I said, your husband is married to you alone. True. Only you love your husband. Lie. That I was referring to women. That your husband is married to only you does not mean that it's only you that love your husband. There are many other lovers here and there. But out of the lot, your husband has chosen you. Therefore, and I concluded in that my small piece. He said, therefore, love him most and have him all. Your husband is married to you alone. True. Only you love your husband. Lie. Therefore, love him most and have him all. Now so it be. In life, these children know those who will abuse them, but they are not able to separate fantasy from reality. You see, on video, you will see a whole video. Boy and wife will lie down for bed. The husband will get up in the morning, go to the kitchen, make tea, fry egg, bring it. Here, my love, have tea on your bed. You will drink. Then the man will pack the place and go and keep it. Now, why be that now? That is fantasy. Life is not like that. So a woman who is gullible, you go feel saying that still life will be. As he marry and as he will continue. So when he will marry, because he say, the man when they make tea come give him for bed those days, you know they happen again, they will say, my husband don't change, my husband has changed. Your husband has not changed. Nothing has changed your husband. You have failed to realize that fantasy is different from reality. In reality, marriages are not done that way. Marriage is let me say, an agreement between two persons to just be in love. Not that it is perfect. But if a woman not going to see some one video show where they see for television, not be so they be for real life, you go think say things don't they waka wrong way. Now if they look video, for example, like the feminists, they preach. A woman should have equal rights with the man. A woman should stand up for the man. A woman should. So women are empowered. These are messages that destroy homes. They are messages that destroy homes. No man takes it from a woman. For example, a woman will hold a man's shirt and drag him. You must kill me today. You must kill me today. If you don't kill me, I know that you are not a man. Touch me if you are a man. Touch me, touch me, touch me. We chase the man around the house. The man will run. She thinks she's now empowered. She thinks that's her life. Tomorrow she will do that. The man will pick his shirt and go to a gay parlor and relax. He will not go and report to the mother. My husband don't stay, they stay for us again. No, if they go gay parlor. Now the woman don't send the man out. The man is coming home, maybe drunk or half drunk. The woman says, go to where you are coming from. You see, kind of abuse when they see so. Now, it will resort to fight and the rest. But while they are dating, The man will cover all this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No boy want, if the guy say, darling, I don't like you drinking. Oh, I will drink no more.
But actually, I don't subscribe to that too. Boys, they we say, but guys, women they see their husband they smoke when they don't like smoking. Some they also
let me say something. Yes. My elder here is saying things that are true, but he's saying it from a particular generation. These days, people actually they date, and these things when you call fantasies, some people actually they live that life. You understand?
Make it and give it to them.
No, I will tell you the truth. Let me make something very clear here. In as much as you get abuses for relationship, trust me, we get so many wonderful relationships out there.
Yes.
If not, if all the relationship is so bad, people are not going to marry. We're not going to see children where they smile, they play, go TV, go men where they spend, take care of their family. A lot of men, they're very good. They will treat their wife like queens. In short, I know of people where they will say, my husband is spoiling me. You know, they want to make I do anything. There are so many people like that. Because sometimes, I want to understand something. Make me not to look, say, because things bad for some quarter, everybody be like that. You get good men where we say that. It doesn't mean if you treat your woman once well, it means, say, she not going to do what she's supposed to do as a woman for her. Sometimes a man see the wife come from work. He dey tired. If he get the strength, if he just put something, help him out.
How do we discover this trait?
Okay, let me tell you.
Answer this question now.
This is what I want to answer. See the area.
Hold on. You answer the question, but you dey. My question be say, person wey dey beat woman like that come beat her and die. Not me today starter.
Okay, make an answer you.
How come we just know until the king killing the woman?
Make an answer you. Everybody when you see gets his own tendencies. And if you look very well, you will see. But the only difference now be say, look the way we relate now. In the past, during our elder time, people they marry within their community. So before you even marry somebody, people they will know that family. They go ask question, how this boy be? How this girl be? And a boy where they show him character as a young boy, everybody know him. They will say that boy they fight well. Now troublemaker, make you not go that house. But these days, because say we don't go global, some people they see for phone, Facebook, and they don't start a relationship of somebody where you don't even really know, you don't know anybody where you know in family. Because of civilization, some of us will go far, beyond, very far from our places. We'll go marry people who don't even know their background. And when you don't know somebody, because the real way to know somebody, not be waiting you as sex alone. Now the only way in people around them for environment as sex, because some things they will never show those tendencies where you.
But don't you think it also did good say we will find out all those kind of traits?
And many people they get the patience to find out. That is where the problem lies. We are in a hurry to do everything. We are in a hurry to make money. We are in a hurry to go to school. We are in a hurry to do everything. So we not to follow things the way they're supposed to be. I know of some culture, like my mom, please. If you want to marry a girl, we go for one. If you want to marry a girl, you will carry the girl. You will go your mom place. You will stay with them for some time. You not go there. In the process, the mother will just look at the girl, see how she behaves, some kind of things.
You know, no.
See, I will tell you something. Whether you say no good, no, it can't be 100% cases. There are some cases some people don't know how to hide. Like cooking now, the area of cooking. If you don't sabi cook, you go hide them. You go hide them. No. So if you carry a girl, say, go stay with my mother, they can't say sweep, the girl know the fish sweep. Cook, you know they want cook. They hide that one. No.
Then they will cause them money.
Of course, there are many things. They are many, because this will be how you talk. So when you know, make I tell you something. Make I tell you something. My brother, make I tell you something. This abuse where we talk. This abuse where we talk. I want to make something clear.
Yes, sir.
The things where they bring about abuse, there are many. If a woman doesn't know how to cook, if he make a man misbehave,
yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
If a woman get lazy, if he make a man misbehave,
yes.
So
all the way you say misbehave,
if it, why you not sweep? Why this house did dirty like this? So that is the thing. If he for that one now insult the woman, throw something. Okay, now so another this topic long go. Are you saying that abuse go lead to violence? So not abuse. You say if woman knows a big cook, you go feel make abuse. Does it mean that if your wife gets a kind of weakness now, does it mean it will not make you go? No. There's a video for Facebook recently where a boy with video and girlfriend insult and say, see, you don't know how to cook. Or no do. That's an abuse now. Okay, so
my brother, I say this in for us to stop abuse now both sides, both man and the woman side. The woman beauty, it lies in obedience. Like what you said now, you come house, you see our house dirty. You say, why is the house dirty? And you say, okay, why? The woman will not ask man. So you know, before you come out for house, you know, so that will spark reaction. Instead of saying, okay, I'm sorry, I did tired, but I will listen. Let me quickly do it now. You get so. Even though the woman, now the most beautiful woman on earth, if she don't start to exhibit that kind of rebellion character, the man will see him as the other side. Because me, I'm not content with that, and I believe you will not like to contend with the person that will try to suppress you. You when you feel that you be the man of the house. So those ones they lead to abuse. Okay, now the question I want to ask everybody we see your wife will not speak because the thing that both ways. Yes. If you say the man change, not if you do something. Yes. When the man they do something, we say diverse the woman. Or the woman, like we talk, they do with the man. Yes. Now the issue is, can that one now lead to the man will also be beat one before, we know they beat his sisters before. If his sister also be sweep for house, say they beat them. When they come marry, you go start to beat her. No, who not they beat, not go beat. Now who go beat now? So when you say that will be lead to so most of those things, when you say you go out,
you are being specific. When you talk of abuse, now abuse is both physical and emotional.
I want to clear that. Now who they beat, now they beat. But who not they beat? They just see prompt and make it beat. They come make to be who they beat. You understand?
That's what we call environmental variable. Yes. What you never sabi before. Yeah. Some people make come. Okay. Otherwise, you don't become a fool. Even in your own house. The man will say, what will be the meaning of this? For example, a married man will go to the kitchen day 1, day 2, day 3, maybe on and on like that. He will sweep the house, wash his clothes, and all of that.
Just to maintain this. To
maintain this. Yeah. The woman takes it as a license. Then when the man will now ask, when they say, where is it written in the book of laws or in the Bible that a woman must do this and do this? That's why I talk about training. About lecture that people give to them. It is not written anywhere, but it is a natural norm. A man will not take that from any woman. That is disrespect. Every man likes to be respected, even when he has no money. Yes. So that he has no money does not mean that he will not be respected. A man will not take certain things from a woman. And so if he is coming, sometimes the man must do something to show. Because somebody said, I think whether a book or a video I watched, he said, a man's reaction is to a woman's action. If a man slaps a woman, it is because of what the woman did. Most cases. Because it takes two. No, wait. It takes two to tango. It takes two people to quarrel. A woman, if you try something, will just get up and go and slap her. Okay, so issue with that. Let me say issue there too. So if you're no person there. If now the action of a woman, let me make man. Let me say this now way. This also na shimata. Let me say what else they do like us. Of course now, listen now. No. That matter is still being investigated. Yes. But for what you just say, we not to go there. But for what you are not going to divorce it, you are not going to remove it completely. Because the man is not a beast. Although somebody said, a man is both a beast and a king. If a woman wants the beast in the man to come out, act beastly. And then you will see it. But if you want him to be a king, adore him, respect him, do everything for him, and then you will see that the man will be kingly and then the woman will be a queen.
But for what would they hear? Most of this is what they say of Kodowa. You go so from what would they say of Ghana, which means that we need to pray for that, because which means that what this woman do?
See, there's a part I would like to clear it. No matter what a woman say to a man, I know it's not advised for a man to raise his hand on a woman. In any form, I condemn man.
So you talk on.
In any form.
That it happen.
No, I'm saying that no matter what a woman say, in as much as he uses mouth, take talk to a man, you have no need to use hand physical on a woman. It's totally wrong.
So when the man go, the men, if you look all right, the men what they do there. Oh yeah, so the things that you don't read for people.
Yes.
How you say that leading on your daughter? Would you be doing for advisor?
Listen, good. You see, if you throw the challenge to me,
yes.
Every man there, every woman there looking at me, train your children well.
So they don't train you well.
You don't train them well. Train your children well.
Yes, it's good to say
that. Women, train your children, train your daughters properly. That as you are going to marriage, remember that you have chosen, you have elected yourself to go and be with somebody else. If you know you cannot stay, don't go. If you know you cannot marry, don't go. If you know you cannot respect, don't go. If you know that you cannot marry the siblings of your husband, don't go there. So don't come home to say, my husband did this, my husband did that to me. What did you do? According to Akobe, he said, you will not start with, oh, he pulled my this thing. 9 lead to 5. No, he pulled my this thing cannot lead to 5. Something like a pulling this stage. And so, every parent must train the children. Tell them that, one, marriage is between two families, not between just the two of you. If your wife, or if you as my daughter, you are going to your husband's house and you think you are going to be married to only your husband has no father or no mother and the rest, take heed that that marriage will not be okay.
So supposing you situation where the woman achieve father, in these circumstances, what will be your reaction?
Listen first. Yes, I'm coming now.
No, you told me today. No. You sick.
I wrote a paper recently.
Yes. Okay, you go ahead now. Yeah.
What I said there was that Osinachi committed suicide. That's what I wrote. I can send it to you.
Okay, you send it to me.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It was suicide. How? Because she knew that the man could kill her. She knew. She had been receiving the killing all this while. The man had been punching, killing, hitting, mailing, each time. And then she does not report. She stayed on. She knew that the action of the man could lead to her death one day, but she stayed on. She had the option. Marriage is not a do or die. It is a lie to say till death do you part.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Don't allow death to do you part.
Pastor, I think they're not there.
It is a lie.
But they say Bible.
It is not written in the Bible. I'm not telling you.
Okay, so it's
not written anywhere. It is these pastors that quote these things. Who told you that marriage will do? It is not till death do you part. My dear, when marriage becomes
you speak the talker.
Let me say until you die. Not die put. Marriage, do not go for marriage, go die. If you say the man won't kill you or the woman won't kill you, I bet go your house. Now when they are alive, now they marry. You have to be alive to be married.
Yes.
You have to have two eyes to be married. You have to live first to be married. So not till death do you part. If you say marriage, no, if they die as they be, today you don't cut hand, tomorrow you don't cut leg. You want make it die? Not die. If na me be saying na keep papa, as he be, say they fight every day because I'm on here. They don't fight every day. I will call and say, do you want to die in that marriage? I will die.
I will everybody will carry a
No, you know what do I? You know what do I? I thought you know around because you keep your wife for house. The mother is with you. So you cannot go and take another person's wife or this your daughter. He wanted to
But like you were not listening to anybody.
She has committed
That
suicide.
That situation is speculation because you really don't know.
So you
The mother they are what
Wait, and she not
There are
doing
some things that are
and
missing.
she not doing listen to anybody.
There are some things that are
She
missing.
decided to kill herself. She decided to allow the man kill her. That is suicide. So nobody willfully dies. If you die willfully, knowing, say you want to die, now suicide be that. So now so they see such matter. Any woman where they kill for husband her, now suicide they commit because the man not suddenly they hit him that day and he die. He don't do it before, he don't do it again and again. He be say, there now, it is well. Pastor say it is well. It is well to the glory of God. There is no glory of God. He will be killed.
But you know, the thing is, it is not easy for anybody to leave marriage. Let's face the reality. I will advise, no, what you are saying, you are right too.
Okay.
But you,
If he's right, why you don't go up?
wait now, in his own perception and views about it, you can be right, but the individual differs. You might say the decision to just, when the girl should just leave once, now the best thing to do, but there are so many things involved. Like some people don't have where to go, they don't have finances, they don't even have family members who will support them. So they go to ask themselves, who do I leave the, some not even feel leave their children for.
Like this girl, she not going to leave the children for.
No,
she not get finances.
Osinachi is just one person.
I say,
You understand what I'm saying?
For now, I say that.
The woman you dey talk is just one person.
one out of million.
There are millions.
Yes.
I'm giving you a wider view of possibilities where they make most of them find out difficult.
But this aspect of her, they don't know her because like you rightly mentioned that time, you know, you talk about enlightenment, which you also talk about when you start. You know, enlightened people, a lot of them don't even say, like now, our pastor no there to also counter and we also say marriage don't be deadly. But what I'm trying to say that the fact say I don't get where to go.
Maybe I won't tell you something. Most of the girls where they suffer abuses, now the girls who even do decent, where they train well, you might not believe. The girls where they decent, the girls where get street orientation, the man not even fit deal with them.
But you know, so this girl get option before to walk away, who can come back, Osinachi.
We just make reference to Sinachi. Me, I'm still going back to say there are so many. There are so many.
She get option to save her life and come back later. Then the only waiting hold her back. What will people say in my big congregation and other churches that will be calling me to minister?
You see that position for me, as far as I'm concerned,
because
now people just speculate. We really don't know the core why she take that decision. But I want to tell you something. It's painful that she died in this way. But Osinachi has lived her life. She don't fulfill God's purpose for her. Even in death, she will touch people.
Yeah.
Till this day.
My brother, I know a girl who still say she don't fulfill God's purpose. You know, most of the time, I can't discover these days, say, for this side of the world, when we make some kind of mistake, we use Bible to cover.
No, this one has gone to.
Why you say that, William? Why you say? I know. Let's see what I tell you. You say first thing what I tell you. Why you say she don't fulfill? First thing I'm not going to say the will of God. You know, but you say she don't fulfill her purpose. She don't. Her life is done with. She's dead. Her purpose is done. She's done with her life. You understand? So you use the word for. Then you won't withdraw that word fulfill. Now the fulfill be
is her life not cut short?
See, it was cut short. Yes, you can say I like it.
When it is cut short,
let me tell you something. You just use statements, but let me tell you the truth. The life she has lived, millions of us never even lived near that life. Whether you like it or not, the enemy come, they cut her life short, but she has lived a good life.
So because of say she fulfill.
Yes, she fulfilled God's purpose.
No, sir. Saying that fulfill God's purpose.
If you say she failed,
that will be God's purpose.
it's wrong.
That will be, nobody says she failed. But you know what I'm trying to say, withdraw that was fulfilled.
You are looking at getting me at the lookup now. I want to tell you, say, whether they try to kill the woman or not, she has lived a good life, a life that is fulfilled. But because of this,
most of the people who are watching us at home.
Just wrap up as a father.
Waiting with the talk here, they say, if you get pikin wey wan go marry, either as a boy or as a girl, abeg, talk to them well, train them well. See, as they enter marriage no be by force, so that is one. And then they must be good enough to be able to stay long in it. They must tolerate, they must bear, but not be unto death. My daughter knows that nobody can kill her. She knows. Not be unto death. You cannot say because you want to bear, you put your head down, make person cut her. So parents at home, please, marriage is not do or die. When your daughter can no longer stay in marriage, let her come back home and live her life. The remaining part of her battered life, you should help her to rehabilitate herself.
What are for the people who don't have?
Could you attack what they give? Advice.
My people for house, now very good topic with this one. To the men when they there, that you will be calming down. If your mind calm down, you will fit talk to your wife well. And to women when they for there, none they do waiting will make your husband they provoke. Because if you don't bring your action come, you know will see the reaction for the other for your husband's side. So may you also be calming down. Thank you.
Okoduwa will be with us again, and we'll look at the issue of the image of Nigeria abroad, and the people will see they run from different parts of the, but then another area where we will enter. Gaicha will salute you. And any advice there?
Yeah, my advice is very short. And men, don't beat your wives. Women, try to empower yourself, because if you get money, you will easily feel wrong from abuse if you are financially independent.
That was not correct, because this is what they look at. Is that money? It's very correct. They don't get money. But
the money not there on that. He can easily manage himself.
That's not the again, and of course, our pastor not coffee journals make you go argue with we will actually carry this program, this discussion further and further. We will actually finish and well with time to come. But I will salute the journal this evening. We will dig back to here again on Friday. Until then, sleep well and have a nice week. God bless Nigeria.